And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and look who's back in town. Otis.
I made it back for hump day.
How in the world you doing?
And I am doing great. Got a little educated, but then I got disappointed.
Why'd you get disappointed?
Because you don't know who Snuffleupagus is.
I really don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, since I'm just going to be honest about this, I don't know how to spell how you
Snuff.
spell. Okay, we're going to look for a picture here. Snuff.
There he is right there, Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Let me just show y'all what Odie's talking about. We were talking about this.
There's not a person out there besides you don't know who Mr. Snuffleupagus is.
How this come out was earlier on the first show this morning. We found out in Mississippi that a tusk was found from a woolly mammoth. They think it's 75,000 years old in a creek in Madison County. And then Smart Alec over here brings up something called this, and you say that it's kin to this?
Mr. Snuffleupagus is a woolly mammoth.
I've never heard of this in my life. Was this off a TV show? Big Bird. There goes the problem.
You never watched Big Bird growing up?
Never. I don't think that was invented when I came.
Oh, yeah, it was
sure?
around. Yeah.
And I saw the electric company. It wasn't hanging out with Morgan Freeman.
No, he hung around Big Bird and on Sesame Street.
Was that educational television, or did it come on some other channel?
It came on either right before or right after the electric company.
I somehow, everybody seems to know.
See, even Sandy knew who Snuffleupagus was.
I had no idea. I had never, ever. I didn't even see toys like that.
It was a big toy.
Boy, howdy. Well, I learned something on that. So, Mississippi, a Snuffleupagus. And again, there you are. If you ever wanted to know, again, one last picture of Snuffleupagus. So we're all on the same level there.
Oh, man. See, I mean, he's almost as tall as Big Bird is.
I could see that. He was huge. I wanted to say a big thank you to Central United Methodist Church in Meridian for inviting me down to speak to their group yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Look, I had to leave early due to an incident, but there was a lot of food at the end of it that I missed out on.
Oh, you missed on the food?
I hate that I did, but boy, they were passing out plates left and right, food everywhere. It was fun, and I appreciate y'all so much for the invite and letting me come speak to y'all. It's always an honor. You've been with me on a couple of those.
It has been great, yeah.
We enjoy that. I got to go to Cuba a week or two ago. Also had fun there, so it's a lot goes on. We appreciate y'all. Glad to have you back there.
Well, it's good to be back. We put in for a grant about 6 months ago and was awarded that grant, and then along came with that is the education how to manage that grant, which is a requirement to go. So we had to go sit in class all day yesterday to go over the actual procedure on how to manage this grant. So
you feel like you learned something.
I did. I actually learned something. Unlike Greg, and old dog new tricks doesn't work out, so I couldn't take him with me.
No, I got you there.
He'd have been lost. Yeah. So
Terry wanted to know what I spoke on at the church. A testimony of just how the good Lord works in your lives and does things sometimes that you don't realize. One of the things I always point out is sometimes, and seriously, if you're not paying attention, who hadn't done this? You go, well, I prayed about it. Sometimes you may have said something to the good Lord up above, but you wasn't listening and you didn't pray hard enough, and you mistaken what you want him to say for. You have to be careful on that. And yes. When you're really getting spoken to, you need to pay attention. And that's kind of what I talk about when I do this. Because he's spoken before and I didn't listen.
Well, and I've always had that problem too. I didn't want to hear him. but I wasn't listening.
That's why you went through so many XYs. You wasn't hearing things.
That's
About
right.
4 of them, you got all straightened out, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm there now. Reuben brought up a good point.
What's that?
Jim Henson's from Mississippi.
That's true. And he had
Maybe he knew that.
Stuffalopolis. Maybe that's where he found
Woolly
it.
Mammoth and decided, well, hey, we'll make a puppet.
And Beverly said that there's no way I didn't know about it. At 14, it was on. I just, maybe I didn't like that. I don't know, but I never watched. I knew what Big Bird was, and I knew that the Cookie Monster and the other one were named after Bert and Ernie from It's a Wonderful Life. I knew that much, but you know, like, I'll be honest, I didn't even watch John Denver when he was a guest on there. I didn't watch Dolly. There was a lot. Chris Christopherson was even a special guest with the Muppets. No, that's Muppets. That's different.
That's not the.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got confused. They kind of look the same. When you're from Scuba, Mississippi, and you've got to adjust the TV antenna because there's 3 channels, and your sister won't go out and move it.
Yeah.
They look the same.
Yeah. Did you watch the Fraggle Rock?
I guess not.
That's just another little Muppet deal.
Now, I did watch the thing on the Saturday morning. I'm just a Bill, and someday I'll be a.
You know, that was when we were this past weekend down south. We went by a rehome, you know, where people take their stuff and then they resell it.
Yeah.
And there was a picture that had a bunch of old TV shows on it. And one of those pictures was the Bill.
That was a cute
And
little thing.
I looked over there at Amy and started singing that. Yeah.
At a Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse
That's what it
Rock.
was.
Yep.
I'd forgotten all about that. Those little things were cute, and they really did teach kids what was coming and how things began. I like that a whole bunch there.
Yep.
Dance your cares away.
Dance my
Odie.
cares away.
There
Hey.
you are. Johnny Cash.
it.
Prince was on with the Muppets. I didn't know that.
I don't remember it if he was. I'm not
Now-
saying he was because they had a lot of them on there.
I got some backup. I finally got backup. Wayne is with me. He didn't know who knows Stuffalopoulos, but he knew who Mr. Green Jeans was like I did.
Yeah, everybody knew some Mr.
Mr.
Green
Moose.
Jeans.
I knew
Yep.
Moose.
And Captain Kangaroo.
Man, we used to wait for that. That was like the thrill of the day to see Captain Kangaroo.
You turned on the TV and watched the ants for about 10 minutes waiting for the show to start. You didn't have 24-hour TV then.
No, but Captain, he taught us a lot there. But Mr. Green Jeans was one of the ones there. And remember the train that used to go around the thing?
That was Mr. Rogers.
I think, didn't Captain have a train too?
I don't know.
We didn't like sweaters back in Scuba.
Well, he took it off.
It was kind of odd. Hello, boys and girls. I don't know. I couldn't identify with Mr. Rogers.
He wasn't the biggest. I watched some of them because there wasn't nothing else on.
I was more your Mr. Captain Kangaroo kind of guy there. He spoke to me for some reason. Anyway, we're childhood memories of things that went on there.
Did you watch Howdy Doody?
No, we didn't get that channel either.
Y'all didn't get Howdy Doody?
No, we didn't get that. Boy. We'll be right back. We've got so much to talk about what's going on in our community. We'd love to have you a part of it. We've got a tragedy that's happened early this morning around 4:15 in DeKalb, Mississippi. We'll talk about that next as we begin our day. We'll be right back.
Meet John. He's on the hunt for the car of his dreams. John calls Adrian, who's ready to assist in making sure John's car buying experience is seamless. With Hyundai of Meridian, your new ride is just a call away. Discover endless possibilities at HyundaiofMeridian.com. Hyundai of Meridian. New thinking, new possibilities.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, we'll travel.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
Somebody brought up the romper room, and I can remember Debbie talking about romper room to where they had, like, I guess, more choices in bigger cities than we did.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we were stuck with what we had here.
I mean, on Tuesdays, I think it was like pulpwood that we watched, where you could learn how to cut a pulpwood. Y'all, educational.
Yeah, but that was live TV for y'all, wasn't it?
That was educational training in Kemper County.
Oh,
Hauling
man.
hay is great for the weekends. We learned about that.
Yeah.
Things that went on. We had tragedy, as I mentioned earlier this morning. It was somewhere around 4:15. The call went out for folks to come to the cab. Directly on Highway 16 in front of Tooney's, we learned this morning that this is a total loss. The Pickle Pig Country Market has been destroyed by fire. We don't know what caused this. Emergency officials from Preston to Cab would rush to the scene. EME, Kemper County Emergency Management, was on scene. Ben Dudley was there. We have now learned that the place is burned down. We certainly hate this. We don't know what caused it. As we learn more about this, we will. Again, it's on Carroll Avenue is where this is, 40 Carroll Avenue, directly across from Tooney's, if you were looking at a map. I think I got a map here.
Ben Dudley. Dum, dum, da-dum, dum,
Do you know Ben?
da-dum, da-da-dum. Yeah, I do.
Old
Look
Ben.
at this. Amy says she was on the romper room.
Who, Amy, your wife?
Yeah. Well, she's always dancing. She dances and dances. And dances some more.
A little bit more and more. Let's go up here to where this is and show where the romper room is. Look what he's done to me.
Well, at least you didn't say the Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, that's correct. As we pull this up, as we go deep into Kemper County, this is where Kemper Academy is. Tooney's sits right here, and this would be right here. Carroll Avenue is where the fire happened early this morning. If you're the Pickle Country Market, there it is right there.
Yeah.
The Pickle Pig.
We hate that.
Again, as we find out more about this, we'll pass along information to everyone. We certainly hate that happened by all means. An early Wednesday morning, as Odie pointed out, and one thing that I saw in the news, and we thought there was a chance there could be a change in the government, but it didn't happen overnight. Omar, who two of her people in her squad got voted out, she kept her seat in Congress. So no change there. She's a Democrat from Minnesota, and she keeps her seat. So no changes there of what's going to be happening. That's what we've got there. Now, I guess we need to move into the most questioned thing that we know of this morning. Sadness. I don't even know where to begin on this, Odie. As we pull this up, we'll read you the statement that was sent out. I think this was around 9 o'clock last night. I got it from the sheriff. As we pull this up, a husband has been charged with murder. As we do this, Ward tells us at 12:34 p.m. yesterday, the Lauderdale County 911 office received a call from a residence in the 9000 block of Blizzard Road. The caller stated that a female had been shot. Deputies, Metro Ambulance, responded to the scene. The caller, Joseph Stewart, who is the husband of the victim, Helen Stewart, was taken into custody at the scene. He was initially charged with the crime of aggravated assault and booked into the detention facility. Shortly after being booked, she passed away, Miss Helen did, as a result of the gunshot wound. After consulting with the DA, investigators are in the process of upgrading the charge to murder. No bond has been set on the new charge. The case will be presented to the next grand jury. There's a lot of things that are going on with this. We were there, and let me explain what we sort of know at this time. My heart goes out on this.
Tremendous.
I mean, I was shaken by this, and I still am. Of you have someone who is very sick, beyond sick, and asks for help. And I'll keep it at wording it that way. I don't want to get into just. You think of being married all your life, and your spouse is in pain, and they ask you to ease the pain. Let me word it that way, and you do so because of you love them. That's a lot of love. He's now been charged with murder.
It is a very sad situation.
Ooh.
You know, this goes back. A lot of people commented, well, why did they have to arrest him? It's illegal. the law states that you don't do this. This is like Dr. Kevorkian. Do you remember that name?
Yes, I do remember that name.
And you've got euthanasia. And at this time, euthanasia is not legal.
It's not.
It is illegal for what happened to happen. Now, your personal thoughts and your personal actions could be a little bit different.
I get that, what you're saying on that.
And I understand that because I feel the pain, and you want to comfort your loved one 100%. The law's hands are tied because the law says that you don't do this. Now, if it goes in front of a grand jury, guess what that does? It goes in front of his peers, and his peers has to say.
And let's hope that is a very fair grand jury. And I have to say, Patsy, I agree with what you say. 120% of Patsy saying if one thing is against the law, why isn't the other? I don't have an answer for that.
In my eyes, that is also murder, Patsy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Believe that 100%.
And then the next argument that comes up from people, and you totally understand what Odie just touched on. If you have a pet that's in pain, you ease the pain of that pet. And they say, why is a human? And then let's just be honest about this. The next thing that will come up in any conversation is religion when it comes to this. Is that against what we're taught in the Bible? And I don't have the answer right. I need a pastor who can tell. I don't know what to say about it, Odie. I don't have an answer. I can't answer it.
I don't either. And that's something.
And Martis, I see what you're saying right there. She moved on. The Bible says, "Thou shalt not kill."
100%.
Is this something?
Does it go in? Because I'm not a Bible scholar. Just because I give you a Bible verse every day, and then the little words I say after that, I promise you, is not coming from me. I open my mouth, and the good Lord spit something out because I do not have the ability to give you that. Is it justified? Is it not? Would it be a form of suicide, or would it not? That's something that is going to have to be presented by to his peers with a exclamation of why, and then we have to take that, make a decision, and pass on what those peers would think. It'd be a lot of talking to God, a lot of God showing you. Who knows what I would do if I was in his situation, because I've not been there.
I won't say who said this statement to me yesterday, but boy, it really it rang my bell, and we'll leave this subject alone. As I was gathering my information on this yesterday, headed to the scene, and when I got there to be able to talk about what I knew, the words were said to me, Scotty Ray, I hope you never loved someone this much. That's strong. That was strong, and it brings a tear to my eye talking about it. It does. We'll be right back. We've got more to talk about, other things, and keep this family. They've got kids, they got family, they got brothers and sisters here. Keep a prayer for every one of them. I've spoke to a few of them, and my heart bleeds for y'all this morning.
Amen.
We'll be right back.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler? Or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles. A GMC Denali. Or a 2024 Silverado 2500. Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low-mileage cars and trucks.
The low For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Welcome back. As we go to Clarke County next, we had a incident among incidents down there. Clarko State Park, you know where that is?
Yeah.
You can take that right to go into equipment or go straight across. Here's what happened yesterday, Odie. And that was a horrible lick there. I think in the end, everybody's going to be okay.
Wow.
But look at this. As you can see, that's right into the side of that car.
Man.
Now, and let me show this picture. Our friends at Hot Topics, when an accident happens, this is what happens when people first on the scene. This is if you're trapped, this is what they're doing. And it doesn't show anything. I often get people complain because they love to complain.
Well, yeah.
If the sun comes up, they're going to complain. This is the scene of emergency. Let me pull this bigger. They're working hard there to save somebody's life. If you'll see that, that's what happens when they're first on the scene. They're taking those doors off, trying to get to the people who are trapped in a car. A big thank you to everything that they did there on the scene yesterday to get this person to safety. Again, this could have been so much worse, and no loss of life. Thank heavens.
That is great. And that's your first jaws of life is your own arms and hands and people while you wait for it.
I've seen you do it.
And you do what you got to do to just try and get it. Equipment's coming, but until then, just do what you got to do.
In the back of pickup trucks, through bushes and weeds, people do what they can to help someone. We got compassionate people in our area. Thank heavens this was not anything bad that happened there. I want to update a story. You know, we mentioned last week. I think Naked Man was shot. I brought that up.
I remember that. Yeah.
My first reports were that Naked Man had been shot in the leg.
Yeah.
We have an official retraction on that. Naked Man was shot in the arm.
Oh.
And arrested for indecent exposure. He's been with Harold for the last few days. I don't know the circumstances because it was, let me tell you, it was super quiet of this shooting that happened when he got shot in the arm. I didn't know anything about it until days later.
Yeah.
And he was shot in the arm. We don't know if he was shot because he was naked and ran through something. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know where I can get a report on that. I just know that he was arrested, had to go down and spend some time with Harold for that. And we'll see where this goes from there.
I wonder if he run around his cell naked. Nope.
Harold forced him to keep his orange jumpsuit on.
Okay.
I double checked on that, Odie.
Yeah, Harold runs a tight ship.
He does. You don't be messing with Harold. Harold will kick you.
Harold will take care of it. Harold don't even give you a TV down there.
Yeah, well, they tell you it's time to quit playing basketball. You quit playing basketball. Harold will run you back inside.
Oh, man.
We also find out, as we talk about Clarke County, this was, we originally said there was an attempted rape in Clarke County. There was. It was a home invasion, 2 counts of that, and an attempted rape where a man went in and attacked a woman. We now get the information from Clarke County Sheriff's Department. Bond has been set in this. Marcus Lynch was arrested on August the 9th. He is charged with attempted rape, $100,000, and 2 acts of burglary at $25,000 each. So that puts it at a total of $150,000 bond.
Wow.
That's the latest and greatest that we have on that. That will be going to trial, and we'll see where that turns out. See if we get convictions over that. Serious charges.
Yeah, it really is. Attempted rape, breaking and entering, yeah.
And this would, and let me say, Robin just put this. There's 2 judges in Clarke County, and I'll just say this as best I can. One is very hard. One seems to be very lenient on bonds. And I really, maybe Judge Markham can come in one day and explain this. It's you have a window. It starts here, it goes here, and it's up to the judge of what they can do. What goes into this, what makes them choose where that is, but kind of low for something like that. I agree. But again, in Clarke County, you got one of each. One that's very hard and doesn't want you back in a courtroom, and he's going to set a pace for this. And we've got one that seems to be kind of light on sentencing and bonds.
Well,
I'll let y'all determine who that is. I think the Clarke County know it.
Personal feelings on everything.
Oh, yep.
And you've got to be able to stay right down the middle. So our Constitution, remember, that's what we go by, or should. Our Constitution says, innocent until proven guilty. Also, every man or woman has a right to protect themselves or defend themselves in court to prove they're not guilty. Unless someone says, yes, I did it, you called them red-handed, whatever it is. Every person out there, by our Constitution, is given the right to bond out.
They do.
And be able to put a defense team together. Now, the amount of bond, I understand, can fluctuate a good bit. I think that falls a lot on the judge's hands. But just because we think we know that someone is guilty, by our Constitution, the same Constitution that would protect you if you were to fall in that same predicament, gives you the right to bond out and put a defense together. That's not for us to sit here and point fingers and say what. And a couple of people had brought this up on there. Judge not. At least ye be judged. So I walk a mile in his shoes before pointing the finger.
In whose shoes?
In whoever's shoes.
In the judge's shoes, or
well, no, I'd say whoever.
I mean, I just happen to know pretty first-handed what went on. And
on which one?
On the attempted rape charge. I sort of yeah. Again, a gavel's got to come down, but there's evidence here.
Or Rusty said, touchy subject. It really is.
I would swing a gavel. I'd be very tough on crime. That's just me. Not everybody believes in that. We do have an accident this morning out near Collinsville. Someone has hit a deer. Heavy, major damage. It's not in the roadway. It's on Highway 19. I'm unsure. I'm assuming that it's southbound lane coming into town. We also got a report of Fred Clayton Road near Campground Road being blocked with an 18-wheeler stuck.
Uh-oh. This is getting time to go.
Yeah. So we'll learn more about that here in a minute. It just kind of hung there, is what we're being told. So we'll get more information on that hopefully before long if you're going to be traveling there.
Oh, he looks like he's stuck on a hump.
Yeah, it's those tires there off in the ditch there, and we'll get that up here in just a little bit there and pass along more information on that. But that's a lot of that, again, our opinion of what happens. I'm not a judge. Odie's not a judge, and none of us are. But we just like to have justice served when it's time.
Yep.
We had a fender bender yesterday afternoon, as I took off to that because I heard there was a 1-year-old child that was hurt.
Oh.
There were several children there. Ended up not being too serious, thank goodness, as we would make it there. And here's a look at it. 36th Street, 40th Avenue. Here's police. And I took the picture this way because there were so many children with this. I didn't want to show kids in this, so I took a picture of the police car and left it at that. It was one car that had hit another car, and each car had several children in it. And it was just no way to move around and take a So we took a picture of the police car because there was no major injuries and left it at that. But thank heavens, that could have been a totally different, separate situation there. There we go. Now, we got so much more to do, so much more to talk about. We need you to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. We'll be right back.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Bittersweet Crossroads in downtown Enterprise has new hours for summer. Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 until 5 p.m. A great sandwich shop where they make their own honey mustard. Come try a sub or wrap today. They make some of the best homemade frozen custard with hot fudge drizzle. For specialty coffee, frozen custard, sandwiches, and ice cream, it's Bittersweet Crossroads, Highway 11 South, downtown Enterprise. 601-453-4009. And welcome back, Wesley. Somebody asked where the Pickle Pig was. That was DeKalb, Mississippi, is where that fire happened earlier this morning. We got to send out a friendly reminder to someone in Philadelphia, Mississippi to do something today.
Yeah, you don't want to forget. There's 2 things you don't want to forget, and this is one of them.
It is. You need a birthday present. You need to hurry on down, go over to Williamsville or somewhere like that and get something nice because it's Connie's birthday today. Connie Smith, born in 1941. Y'all remind Marty he's got to go get her something.
Do it right.
We would hate for Marty to get hurt. We don't want him to be in the doghouse no time soon. Let's see what else went on today. It was 1966. No, let's go to 76. And again, when I met this man, I really I knew he was big, but I didn't realize the legend that he really was.
Oh, wow.
I think I'd have probably said more had I known that at the time.
You'd have talked to him longer?
A whole lot longer. Have mercy as we go back to remember Waylon Jennings. Are you ready for the country? Are you ready for me? Went number 1 this day back in 76. I'm telling you, that was some of the best when we had Waylon. And then you'd get to watch his hands in guitar on TV and never see his face. For years.
Yep. Yeehaw.
This guy, if you've ever watched any of those movies about the famous gunslingers, what was the line that he said? Well, I've got many friends, and he looks at him and he goes,
You want to be my Huckleberry?
Yeah, and he goes, I got one friend, as he told Wyatt Earp. That's all I got, but the Huckleberry. Oh, man. Doc Holliday, born in 1851, who would become a gunslinging legend. Of course, he was good at what he did.
Yeah. And you know what that means. You want to be my Huckleberry.
Tell me.
That means, do you want to help carry my coffin?
Really? Mm-hmm. I did not know that. I had something else envisioned in my head.
That's what's the hasp that you hold on to.
That's called the Huckleberry?
Yeah. Or something along that line. But yeah, that's what that means.
Well, that just changes the whole thing there for me.
Yeah.
I'll be your Huckleberry. It means I'll tote your coffin. Okay. Odie learned something. Yes, I did.
Hucklebear is where that come from. I thank you, Rusty.
But it means it.
And then they call it now Huckleberry, but it was Hucklebear.
Well, seriously, I did not know that. I'm glad you told that. My mom was a Jennings, Wanda said. Let's go back to 1935 when they started sucking money out of your check and you'd never get it back. Well, we know it's coming to an end for a lot of people, but it all began today back in 1935. It was a great thought.
Well, and that was believe it or not, that was a government service that actually funded itself and had money.
Until politicians got involved.
There's a pot of money over there. Can I have it?
Kind of like Mississippi and that tobacco money. All gone.
What tobacco money?
Yeah, ain't none now. Ain't none now. Never trust a politician with money. It will be spent. Let's see here what else we got. I just remember the oil cans going, ding, and he was trying to put his fingers in it.
Yeah, and that's what comes to my mind. Somebody's mad at the oil.
I remember 3 wild and crazy guys. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah. Mama, I'm writing this slow because you can't read fast.
Steve Martin was born on this day. And if there has ever been a funnier movie than The Jerk, it ranks right up there with that.
Oh, man. That is
when
funny.
he was on the front porch learning how to
Yeah.
stood out in front of the house for 3 weeks before he got a ride. Y'all watch that. And that girlfriend on that motorcycle. Have you ever had a girlfriend like that he had that was in the circus? To where she was I think she was in charge of the relationship.
Yeah.
Then he had to go and get sued because everybody was cross-eyed.
Yeah, for that little bar that come down. But he wrote him a check.
The guy that wrote him the check was the guy that was Maude's husband on the TV show Maude. I don't know what his real name was, but that's who that guy was. You remember the TV show Maude?
Vaguely, yeah.
That was her TV husband there. My wife used to own every one of these. And I don't know what become of them, but we owned like a whole wing of them at one time. Anybody remember the woman named Danielle Steele? She's written many a love story there, and there's lots of women folk out there that love her. Maybe some men that I just don't know.
All right, we gotta go to the comments real quick.
What do we got?
Because they are a advertiser of ours, all two.
Yeah?
They are up Highway 19 North when you get to House, right there at that big intersection.
Yeah?
If you look across the street yonder, you'll see them on the left-hand side.
No, that ain't that.
That's not them?
Oop,
Okay.
You keep going 3 miles past the 4-lane ends.
Okay.
It will be on your left, and you will see a sign that's blinking, has a temperature on it. It's real hard to see. And it's on the left. They're about 3 miles due north of there.
So 3 miles past that.
Yeah.
So, Sharon, that's where you can find them. And they do have Speed Queen.
Yes, good stuff there.
Yes, so
I'll
definitely.
take you up there. It's if they'd shaved the hill down, but it's just the way the road is made. It's hard to see. But if you look for them pine trees, and it's right there behind it.
There you go. So 3 miles north of the.
And the other way to describe it is the road where the tragedy happened in 1964. There's a marker right there on that road, and for the life of me, I can't think of what the name of the road is. It'll come to me in a little bit, and I'd have to Google that to be 100% sure on that.
Walter was Maude's husband.
Yeah, and that's the guy that gave the glasses to the jerk. Thank goodness they saved the money. They saved him at the end, didn't they?
What was her name? Bernadette.
Which one?
His girlfriend on there, or his wife that he ended up with. They had to write the check. Bernadette something.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I didn't know her name.
Yeah.
She took him on a real date there. Who remembers Joseph Marcel? He would be the butler.
Yeah.
As we go back to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Another really funny show that worked out good. Like that with a whole bunch there. What's the Peters comment about?
Bernadette Peters.
Okay.
Thank you, Ruben, and everybody else came on here. So, yeah, Bernadette Peters.
When it comes to basketball, I doubt that anyone would not know this man's name because he's called Magic. Magic Johnson, born on this date back in 59.
Oh, Magic Johnson.
Him and Larry Bird are the two that, yeah, he was good.
Oh, and Larry Bird, yeah.
Those two really stuck out.
She's changed a little.
Just a wee bit from since she was a baby as we go back to the Brady Bunch. Susan Olsen was born on this date, and you'll remember her as the little bitty Brady. And for the life of me, I can't think of what baby
I just lost it myself.
I had it, and it was coming out. And
Marcia, Jan.
It wasn't Susie, was it? It's County Road 5. Cindy.
That's it.
Cindy Brady. There you go. Thank you, Margie. And the road was 517 there in Neshoba County. Take a left on that coming out of Meridian. It'll be perfect. I got you, babe.
Yeah, he was standing on a box.
Yeah, this. As you look back, you can see how things are really rigged in life because he was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that he was going to be at the Temple Theater in that boxing match. No, that was wrestling, wasn't it? That we had not long ago. Yeah. I got pictures from it, but he would make a great manager there. As we go back to remember the number one song, "I Got You, Babe."
He's only 4.5 subways tall.
But look at this head thing. That is so made up.
Oh yeah,
because she's like 7'4".
And he's, like I said, he's 4.5 subways tall.
That just shows you there. And I cannot tell y'all, really, the country artists that I met through the years, you'd see the videos, they look like a big old boy, and you'd meet them, and I'd have to look down at them. Like somebody done faked this.
Yeah. You sounded much taller on the radio.
Yes, you did. Oof.
Oof.
I Got You, Babe. 1966. I can't remember the first movie that I saw her in, but
Catwoman.
Is that what it was? Halle Berry has a birthday today. She was born in 66 on this day. She done something the other day that she was brought back to the news in.
Oh.
Let's see what else. Oh, my favorite. It would be 1976, as they would say. Say it again. As we go back to the gentle giant of country music, Don Williams had a number one on this day. Love that song.
He was a good one.
Till the rivers all run dry. Whew. 1980, someone would get nominated today.
Wow. We've got just a couple more months, and he turns 100.
Yes. Jimmy. He took his peanuts right on all the way to the White House. I'll never forget watching that. It was my first one to ever watch as a kid, to remember anyway, the inauguration.
Yep, me too. I remember from him up that I can go back and recollect. And, he smiles more today than he has in a while.
And if you'll also remember, he would lose to Reagan on this one.
Yeah. But he smiles more now because he knows he's not the worst president we ever had.
It's like, woof. Thanks, Joe.
Moved up.
Moving on up to the top.
Oh, but we know lost his wife.
Oh, it is.
Just not too long ago. And he's hanging in there, but it won't be too much longer, and he'll be 100. So we hope he makes it.
And again, we always tell the truth the way it is, but without a shadow of a doubt, this man is a Christian fellow. As someone brought that up, I don't ever want to leave that out. Jimmy, in his heart, is as good as gold.
Mama would go on trips to Georgia and go to his Sunday school class. He taught Sunday school.
Did she buy any Billy Beer along the way?
I don't know if she did or not.
Do y'all remember that? I mean, seriously.
Billy Beer.
Billy Beer, they started selling, because his brother was always seen with beer somewhere. I don't know what happened to Billy, if he's still around or what.
I don't either. I know his beer's not.
No, it went with the wind. Billy Beer. Jimmy and his peanuts. But a great man, a humanitarian, a man among men. We have to give credit for that.
Thank you, Peggy. It's good to be back.
Sirree, Peggy. Oh, Peggy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's all married and everything now. And look at it, she finally changed her last name on Facebook. Because she
finally caught up with the real world.
She's trying to show off that I got a man. That's what I know what she's up to.
Reuben said Billy passed away.
Oh, did he? Okay. Well, we didn't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if he had a can in his hand at the time. Let's see. All right. 1981. This was one of those iconic pictures that will be around forever, as we all remember the great Johnny Carson, who was the guest tonight. None other than that beautiful lady. Y'all remember her well, Betty White.
Yeah.
She took part in the Tarzan sketch. That woman was funny.
She was hilarious.
Up until the end, at 90-something years old, cackling 99 is what she made.
I think she was 99, right before her 100.
Yeah. We'll take out the living room furniture, we'll put a bar along that wall, we'll put sawdust down the floor, and I'll serve hard-boiled eggs and more. Anybody remember David Frizzell? I'm gonna hire a wino to decorate our home. And you can slap my bottom every time you tell a joke, and I'll laugh every time I cash it in the bank. I think that was the line. She was tired of her husband being a drunk and wasting his money in a bar every night, and she said she's just going to hire wino to decorate their home.
They can stay there and get drunk.
Yep. That was a good song.
Winnie says she's got a can of Billy beer.
Really?
Don't get rid of it.
You have to send us a picture of that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in years.
Lefty's baby brother.
Yep.
Well, I'll be
Sure is.
darned. Look at there.
He just wasn't as big as Lefty. He had two big songs, and the other one almost more famous than that of "You're the Reason That God Made Oklahoma."
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that was Shelley West. She done a great. There's a full moon over Tulsa. I hope that it's shining on you. Woo! It'd send chills up your back, won't it? Make your leg get to thumping. I never saw this, but I've heard the title mentioned between chick flicks a lot. It came out in 1987 in the movie theaters today. It was Can't Buy Me Love. Did you ever watch that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, me either. But I know that other people did, and we respect that opinion there. It would be 1993 that Mark Chestnut, and I didn't write the right thing on it, so we got to skip it. I think it was Sure Is Monday that happened in 93. We'll leave it at that since I didn't put the right info on that.
Yeah.
1996, Stranger, Turn Out the Light and Love Me. It couldn't have been any better. And Thinking of a Rendezvous. You know, where he bumps into his old girlfriend. He's walking down the street, bumps into her, and he says, "How you doing?"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's telling him all about her kids, and he's thinking, "Whoo, I'd love to get you along for 1 hour." And then he ends the conversation with, "Tell your husband I said hello."
Yeah.
Johnny Duncan passed away on this date back in 2006, and we're not lying. That was a huge hit. Janie Freaky sang backup on that song and done a duet with him on that.
I'll take your word on that.
She can put her shoes under my bed anytime. I want to say there was a theme going on here.
Yeah, it was always something.
It involved a woman in every song he ever had a hit.
Well, it is country.
It was very country. Motels brought up constantly through it. We'll leave it at that. Who remember this guy? How do you even describe this man? He had a whiny voice.
Yeah. How do you describe him?
His name was Horseshack.
Like Screech?
Yes. That's the best description I have ever heard.
And everybody knows Screech.
Yes. As we go back to 2012, who remembers Welcome Back Kotter? Because you couldn't say Kotter, but Kotter.
Yeah.
Arnold would pass away. Horseshack.
Oh, Horseshack. Yeah.
Boy, that's been a long time. That was really the first time that John Travolta would bolt onto the rest of those guys. You never really ever heard from ever again. They faded away, but John Travolta was destined to become a star, was he not?
He moved way on up. Lots of movies.
Anne Margaret, somebody brought up, Wesley brought up Anne Margaret. She was a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this pops up every time I'm scrolling down Facebook. That scene where she's dancing with Elvis just keeps coming up on my time. Stop the yellow dress. Stop it.
Yeah, that's the bad part, ain't it?
And she shakes it there to the ultimate degree. Anne Margaret, what a beautiful woman. Scotty Ray and Odie, as we do the very best that we can to bring you a happy morning and bring a smile. I had somebody bring that up to us when I was at the church, and she goes, "I just love getting a smile out of y'all every day." We do our best.
We try. We want to give you the news. We want to give you the information, but we want to make you smile and make the start of your day awesome.
Mr. Cotter. Sandy
Mr. Cotter. I like it.
We'll be right back. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your trustworthy Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and So Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. And welcome back.
Oh, here we are.
Something went wrong on the commercial there. I don't know what that was. We'll fix that. Yeah. Good morning, Denise. We are so glad to have you a part of what we do every day. What happened to the Scotty Ray song where you go to get your information? It's still out there.
It's still out there. How you get there so fast?
We have got to invite that young man in because he's done such an excellent job of putting that together. I remind me to call him.
See if he can sing that live right here on the show.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do to make that happen one morning.
We're going to work on that.
I'll be wondering. He was talented. I mean, he done a fantastic job. Let's talk about something we know a lot about. That's our friends right here. You'll find them over at Snowden and Company. Maybe you're looking for a home, even some land. We just got this posted here. Some land has come available here on Dabbs Camp Road. If you're looking for some land in the West Lauderdale area, right there. Look at this. Come by and take a look at it. On the rural route there, Township 7 is where you'll find it. 79 acres.
I mean, that's not bad. 225.
There you go.
Duck hunting.
A little bit of everything on it.
Timber. Got a creek on it.
The rumor is there's some deer.
Deer, turkey.
Mm-hmm. Man. Check all of that out. And, of course, anytime that you're looking for home, as we've talked about this, you can choose from here a lake house if you need just a regular home, a business. Whatever you're looking for, they're listed here. You can find so much more at Snowden and Company. Maybe you're selling. Downgrading. They do all that for you. That number to call, 453-3937, and they'll take care of you from there on. Nice, nice folks there. If you haven't paid your taxes, they're getting ready to auction it off.
Oh.
Donna Jill and a bunch up there, they're getting ready for this. As we go to the tax assessor's office, Donna Jill actually sent me the email. As we go here to take a look, it's going to be happening on the 26th at 8:30 a.m. Bidding will go. So make sure to do this. Last day to pay land taxes was on the 26th, August the 1st, first day of registration. And as we have it now, you'll be able to start logging in on the 24th, and then the actual auction starts on the 26th. And that's for all surrounding counties. I think they do it at the same time. Used to be done on the courthouse, but now you can do it online from the comfort of your home. You don't have to drive down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it allows more people to do it.
Yeah, I reckon so.
So keep that in mind. You may have to go pay somebody off if it slipped your mind.
You go down there.
I had to pay some fines in Kemper because me and Angie, she gave me a check to go pay it, and then I thought she said, well, I wrote another one and mailed it, and guess what I didn't do?
You didn't take that check?
I didn't go up there, and nothing got mailed, so I had to pay a penalty 1 year for that. Ruh-roh.
Yeah, we had to pay over in Alabama, over in Aniana. We got a little piece of property in Aniana.
And we're not real sure if that really is a town, but Odie made it sound good, so we're going to believe that there really is an Aniana, Alabama.
There's Aniana.
I don't believe you, Odie, but if you keep wanting to say that.
We've got a little piece over there.
We call that Odieisms.
Yeah.
Make up a town when you can't pronounce it.
Me and Charlene want to make it like a little summer camp. It's right there by a huge lake. And we
Full of
want to make a little
mosquitoes.
summer camp out of it for the families to go to. It's North Alabama. Not north. It's still Central Alabama. But yeah, Aniana.
Hey, they got a new sign. We have to do this. North Hills, you sitting there working yesterday? They were putting it up there at Maples one stop as they all got there, putting up a new Chevron sign there. So congratulations to them there. Making it look good. It's all about taking care of your business and making it look good. I pass many places that, well, they don't even mow their grass, and I keep going. This place is clean. You smell nothing but good Clorox when you walk in. Clorox and that lemony smell.
And it's really easy to get in and get out.
Yes. Go by and visit with them. We had a council member down in Biloxi get sentenced to 6 years in jail. Don't be doing drugs and be on the council. They catch you.
Yeah. That's not real good.
Now, there's a special screening of Reagan coming up. Did you even know there's a movie about him coming out?
I heard something about it, but I hadn't seen a whole lot. So this is good.
This is going to happen on the 22nd. The Republican women of Clarke and Lauderdale County are putting this on. If you'd like to make a donation, you could get to do an early screening of this. You can drop by Mississippi Autoplex and do that. I'm sure anybody that's a member of the Republican women in Lauderdale or Clarke, you can just see them and they'll get you a ticket.
$100 donation to the Trump campaign will get you 2 tickets to the event. So.
Reagan, that ought to be a good movie. He was a man among men. He didn't take anything, did he?
Woo, Peggy is, they are working hard for one heck of a weekend because now the first day of the Street Stock Nationals. And let me tell you, when they say the Street Stock Nationals, they mean it because there's people from all over the nation that comes down here to Why Not Motorsports Park and races. And why is it 4 days long? Because there's so many cars that come down here.
Oh, this is like serious stuff here.
This is serious. I mean, people want to come down here. This is the one race that they want to win. It is a huge, huge deal. He had to buy some more property because he ran out.
Well, there you go, right there.
So, if you want something to do over the next few days, right now, 235 cars are registered.
Go, boy, go.
Ain't but 33 of them dudes going to start the race. So that means 200 of them's got to pack them up and not going to make the show. And for 3 days, they are going to be battling it out to see what 33 start this race. You cannot beat this right here. And it's right down the road. Go see it. And it's awesome. It really is. So, man.
Peggy sent me a message and said she only changed her name because she just now figured out how to do it. Y'all know what I just figured out? That you can add, I kept getting these calls from people with pictures of them. I think, where's this coming from? Do you know that you can add a picture to your profile on your phone?
Yeah, you didn't know yours has got it?
I do now. That girl said, "What'd you do?" And I said, "I don't know what I did."
I think somebody did it for you, didn't they?
Whoops.
Greg ain't got no picture.
Well, let's get his phone.
He
Let's
don't know
pull one
how.
on it. Now that I know how to do that.
Barry's just got a picture of Harold.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. You distract him. And
Or
give
it
me
may
that
have been a picture of him.
Oh, so if we can teach you how to put you a profile picture if need be on there.
Oh, they get a trophy for sure, Terry. This is a huge deal. This isn't no weekend race.
Oh, it's
Go
money
down there
involved.
and check it out. I
Yeah.
mean, that winner's liable to walk out of here with $25,000, $30,000.
You know all these guys that go out there late each weekend that enjoy this race like none other.
Well, I was a big part of it for 15 years, and then
They ask you not to come back.
they told me, yeah. We raced. Then I went and did the rescue, and I hadn't done anything in about 4 years.
Sort of run out of time there with a wife and
Run
houses
out
and
of
take care of your
time.
mama. And
Yep. But I tell you, I miss it, and
it's
awesome.
fun. Y'all enjoy the races there with Rodney.
Yep.
Ricky-
Wing Nut. Go down there and see them.
Our own little Ricky Bobby. Yesterday, I couldn't help but notice these people blocking the right-hand lane of travel, and it was all the way up 14th Street if you were headed toward the hospital. Look at this, Odie. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be continuing today, but that's a large stretch. The old Hungry Heifer there.
Well, that was some good food.
I ain't heard that name in forever. When I went by there, I went, Hungry Heifer, which brought up, you hate to tell a story, but I think I'm going to have to. A good friend of mine had been divorced, and he had his very first date that night, and he was sitting at a table, and I just happened to run into Bonnie White.
Oh.
And I said, Bonnie, come over here. I said, go over to that table and act like you his wife. And she went over and she jumped on him. Where are you? You're supposed to be at home with our kids. It was hilarious.
I could see Bonnie doing that.
His face was.
It's
Bonnie is a great, and she never get. I mean, she just looked like a married wife that was mad that her husband was in a bar with some other woman eating. That was the best thing I think I've ever gotten away with.
Oh, poor Paul.
That man's catching it somewhere. It's like when she wants a glass of water at night, get me a glass of water, Paul.
Get me a glass of water. I don't care if you're a judge or not.
Wear your robe.
You better get up, go get me some water.
Coming up, we're going to do birthdays next. I hope you've gotten yours to us. It's easy to drop it in the comments, and we're going to do that next. We'll be right back.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParisRents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty. We got friends at Coca-Cola. We're calling out on Coca-Cola Meridian.
Yes, we do.
I got to know about this. Coca-Cola apparently is coming out with a new drink. And you know how you can almost taste something or have imagination of what it would taste like?
Yeah.
Odie, in your head, a Coca-Cola and an Oreo cookie.
I'd have to try it because I like Coca-Cola. And I like Oreo cookies.
They've launched a new flavor. I'm not sure if it's available in Meridian yet, but Coca-Cola itself has done this. I'm just curious how it's going to taste.
I am too.
Here's what the can looks like. Daily Mail put the story out there. That's what the can looks like right there. 0 sugar and an Oreo. Well, that don't even make sense, but...
Well, I'll tell you what. And now Coca-Cola Meridian's got it.
What's that?
And there's only a couple little stores around town that carry it, but I'll shop with you if you bring in.
Here he goes.
Some Coke Vanilla. Believe me, I'm not hooked. My wife is. You know what that means? I'm hooked because I got to go buy her Vanilla Coke.
I'll be your Paul Early, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah. I just don't have a robe.
Bless it. Let's take a moment and think about Paul. There we go. I feel better.
Okay.
Judge, we feel your pain.
Oh, we with you on it.
There's so much going on today, and we thank y'all for being a part of what we do. We're going to be tracking everything behind the scenes today that goes on in our areas to make absolutely sure that you're aware of what happens there. Did you hear about this before we get into about the pyramid that collapsed?
No.
It did. Let me see this in Mexico. I don't. Can you go in and fix this? Daily Mail put the story out. It's everywhere this morning, right there. Look at that.
You know, I don't know how you would. You know, you have to remove that, and now you're talking that site's 1,100 years old. Are you going to do more damage by trying to remove it so you can build it than what you?
Look at this aerial view, Odie. Look at that. That's a mishap there.
And I hadn't done many, but I want to do some Mayan ruins on all these trips we keep taking down that way.
I'm sure it's something to see. It's a civilization that is gone.
Yes, yes.
Here we go. All right, let's do some birthdays, Odie. Who we got?
Ooh, well, somebody just come in here at the last moment and throw that in there, so let me put this name on the end of the list, and then we'll get started.
Okay. Odie's trying to. I can't write and talk at the same time. Whatever you say to me while I'm writing, I put that down.
Well, that's what I did 3 times. I had to scratch it out. So, but we're going to start off with yesterday. Lyle Rose had a birthday. Lan Culpepper had a birthday. And Tony Margadona had a birthday. And today, Tammy Wenham is the big 4-0. Susan Nicholas having a birthday. Ronnie Chatham, 72 years young. Joseph Bowman.
Joe's having a birthday?
Yeah, Joe's having a birthday. 49, that's all.
49?
49.
I swore he's at least 60.
Yeah, me too. Now, we're going to get into the 60s on this one, about halfway up that scale.
What we got?
Chuck Roberts.
Oh, no.
Yep, 6'5". He's got his papers in for Medicare.
Chuck, happy birthday from all of us. I feel a big Roberts birthday party coming on.
Well, that's a big birthday party.
It's going to be there's a Roberts on every corner. They everywhere. John
Etheridge's having a birthday. Chris and Deanna Branning celebrating 31 years together. Toby Embry, 62. Jimmy Doggett, 79 years young. Paula Grayson's having a birthday. And Vicky McGrew, that's the one I was trying to write and talk and write. And yeah, we can't do that one. So let's see. We're going to hit this number and we're going to see what we got to. Look at here. Toby Embry is the lucky winner of the Hyundai Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. So
congratulations on that. As we get ready to do our Bible verse of the day, this is one of those panic attacks. I think I've never had a panic attack, but I'm pretty sure I would have one because we've talked about me in the Heights, and I never want to do it. A little place called St. Louis, Missouri, the gateway to what's that? The gateway.
The Arches, the gateway to America.
Is that what it's called? The arch there. You can actually go up in it, and it's got like a what do you call it? A tram escalator thing. You got hung halfway up, and they had to be rescued. Absolutely not for me. So anytime that y'all want to go visit, y'all just send me a picture. It's like that thing in Memphis, that pyramid thing. I ain't going up in that. I don't care what you do there, Bass Pro Shop. Y'all can have it.
We told him that we wanted him to go on a cruise with us one day, and then we're going to take the show live from the deck. He told me, he said, there's one thing he's got a problem with. And I said, well, what's that? And he said, he ain't getting in that glass elevator either.
Man, I'm telling you, I was in Nashville at the Renaissance Hotel, and my room was on the 20th floor. When I tell you I made one trip a day to my room, I mean that. I'd sit in the lobby. I was horrified. I would have to close. I would hit the button and close my eyes and back on there and hold the rail all the way to the top, and have to ask if fortunately anybody rode with me, have hit the button for me. Do you know how much your heart can beat in a situation like that when you just can't handle that? I'm a big old chicken. A man has got to admit his limitations, and that is it. Whenever I travel, I like first floor. First floor. What does that do for you? There's no heights, and if there's a fire, you can run out.
Oh, not taking any chances, are you?
No. That's horrible. And it's like all these old courthouses that have them steps that go up. You can see down. Why do that?
So you think Angie did the 20th on purpose?
I believe so. And all of those vacations that she planned on the 8th, 10th floor of those condos. Do you know how long it takes you to inch down a wall after you get off that elevator and you're plastered? You can't carry anything. I'm of no use to them. And I'm not kidding. Up against the wall with my back.
She said it was worth it.
It's tough being me. Tough, I tell y'all. All right, Odie, I'm going to let you take us out of here. We need some good vibes here from the good Lord above.
So look at what this one starts out with. Isaiah 41, verse 10. Fear thou not.
It's a message for me.
For I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Whatever we do, whatever we're going through, we need to invite our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ into our heart. He can help us. He can clear us. He can lead the way. We brought this up earlier. You've got to listen, but he will give you an answer.
He
in
did.
his
He
own
texted
time.
me. He said, stay on the first floor and I'll be with you.
Don't get up here. Don't do this. But I tell you, no matter what we do, we start our day with the prayer to the Lord and Savior to come into our heart and forgive us and then lead us throughout the rest of that day. He'll change your life forever. Well, hump day, Friday's coming.
Oh, yeah.
There's only one day in between us now. We're halfway there. And we'll be back in a little less than 23 hours. But until then, remember, we want you to have a great day because we love you.